Okay, let's unpack this. Imagine something so fundamental to life, something invisible yet incredibly powerful.
Right.
And it's also a multi-billion-dollar market experiencing, well, explosive growth. We're talking about DNA.
The blueprint of life,
Yeah.
exactly.
Today, we're taking a deep dive into the global DNA sequencing products market. We want to give you a shortcut to understanding the numbers, the trends.
And maybe some surprising hotspots, too.
Yeah, where this industry is really taking off.
And what's fascinating here, I think, isn't just the sheer scale of the growth, but, what it tells us.
What it reveals.
Yeah, about biotechnology advancements and the rising demand for genomic solutions, really, worldwide.
So when we say DNA sequencing products, what does that actually cover?
Good question. It's pretty broad. It covers everything from those big high-throughput machines that read DNA
Okay.
to the chemical reagents needed, the kits, and even the sophisticated software that has to make sense of all that data.
Right, the interpretation side.
Exactly. It's a whole ecosystem driving this revolution.
Got it. And all the insights we're about to share, they come from a detailed analysis by Cognitive Market Research. So hold on to your hats, because this market is really on an astonishing trajectory. Global sales revenue was just over, $3.5 billion in 2021?
Yeah, about that. $538.77 million to be precise.
Okay. And it's projected to nearly double to almost $6.5 billion by 2025.
Right, 478.43 million.
But then it really skyrockets.
Yeah.
Over $21.7 billion projected by 2033.
$712.3 million. That's a huge leap.
It really is. That's a compound annual growth rate, a CAGR, of over 16%, 16.32% year after year.
Wow. And if we, connect this to the bigger picture, it's clear this isn't just some general rising tide.
Right.
It's different regions, different countries, they're all contributing in their own interesting ways, which I guess brings up the key question.
Where is this growth most concentrated, and are there any surprises?
Exactly. Where should we be looking?
That's a great question to frame this. Let's maybe start with North America. It's a pretty significant force here.
Definitely. A major player.
The region generated over $1.2 billion back in 2021.
$1,238.57 million.
And that's projected to hit well over $7.3 billion by 2033.
$733.4 million, yeah.
Right.
Still maintaining a strong CGR, about 16%, 16.069%.
Okay. And within North America, I assume the U.S. leads.
It does, as you'd expect. Its market is forecast to hit over $5 billion by 2033.
5,012.44 million.
Right, starting from about $867 million in 2021. So consistent, robust growth there.
About 15.9% CGR for the U.S.
But what's quite interesting is Canada.
Oh.
Yeah, Canada's actually showing an even stronger growth rate. It's expanding from roughly $248 million.
214.714 million.
To over $1.6 billion by 2033. That's a CAGR of almost 16.8%.
Higher than the U.S. Interesting. Why do you think that is?
Well, it often points to things like targeted government investments in biotech, strong academic and industry links,
Makes sense. And Mexico.
Mexico is also contributing significantly, projected to reach over $666 million by 2033. Still solid CGR around 15.6%.
Okay, that higher rate for Canada is definitely something to know. Now, how does Europe compare? It's got a diverse landscape, hasn't it?
It does, and Europe as a whole is set for really impressive expansion, too, moving from just over $700 million in 2021
$707.754 million
to more than $4.2 billion by 2033. The overall CAGR is strong, around 16.1, 16.2%.
Okay. Any standouts within Europe?
Definitely. The UK, for example. It's growing at a fantastic 17% CAGR.
17%. Wow.
Yeah, set to reach nearly $700 million by 2033, up from about $106 million.
And Germany. Always a strong player in tech.
Germany's right there, too. A CAGR of about 16.7%, projecting it to go over $1 billion by 2033, started at roughly $170 million.
So those two, the UK and Germany, are really driving a lot of that growth.
They are, with their, strong research infrastructure, well-funded healthcare. They're leading the charge, especially in areas like personalized medicine, advanced diagnostics.
Right. And are we seeing similar kinds of growth across the rest of the continent? It's not just those two?
Oh, no, absolutely not. We see continued robust expansion pretty much everywhere. You look at France.
Around $85 million to $474 million, 15.6% CAGR. $70 million to nearly $390 million, 15.6% again.
Russia, Spain, Sweden, Denmark, Switzerland, even Luxembourg, they're all showing consistent double-digit KGRs.
So it's broad-based.
Exactly. It really reflects widespread adoption, increasing investment across the region, hints at wide application in clinics, research labs.
Okay, fascinating. Now let's shift gears. Asia-Pacific. This region seems to show some of the most dynamic growth globally, right?
Absolutely. The momentum there is undeniable. It kicked off around $885 million in 2021.
$884.692 million.
And it's projected to soar past $5.8 billion by 2033.
500 to 838.69 million.
And the CAGR?
One of the highest globally.
Right.
Over 17%.
17.0111 billion.
Wow. And who's leading the charge there? China.
China, unequivocally, growing from almost $400 million in 2021
$398.111 million.
to over $2.6 billion by 2033.
$682.28 million. That's huge.
It is, and the CAGR is astounding, over 17.2%.
What's driving that, specifically in China?
Well, it seems to reflect massive government investment in biotech infrastructure. There's a real strategic push towards, self-sufficiency and cutting-edge medical tech.
A shift in global innovation hubs, perhaps.
Could be. It certainly signals that.
And what about India? Huge population, growing healthcare needs.
India is showing a remarkable CAGR, almost 17.5%.
Really? That high?
Yes. Projected to grow from around $142 million to over $1 billion by 2033.
$1,009.09 million.
Incredible.
Yeah, driven largely by, increasing access to advanced healthcare, rising awareness of genetic diseases, and big investment in their biopharma sector.
Makes sense. And Japan, still a major economy.
Japan's also substantial, forecast to exceed $600 million by 2033 from about $99 million, a solid 16% CAGR.
Okay, and beyond those giants?
Well, South Korea, Australia, Singapore, Southeast Asia as a bloc, Taiwan, they're all showing really impressive growth rates too, many above 16.5%.
So it really underscores a region-wide commitment to these genomic technologies. Exactly. It's not just one or two countries.
That's a truly explosive picture for Asia-Pacific. Okay, let's shift again. South America. What's the story there?
This region also shows significant expansion. The market's projected to grow from about $354 million in 2021
$353.877 million.
to nearly $2 billion by 2033.
$1995.57 million.
Still a solid KGR, right?
Yes, around 15.7%. And Brazil is leading the way there.
How's Brazil at them?
Expected to expand from $130 million to over $755 million.
$755.143 million.
Nice. With a KGR just over 16%. This often ties into, increasing healthcare spending and a growing focus on life sciences R&D in the region.
And are other South American nations following that kind of trend?
They are, yeah. Following Brazil, countries like Argentina and Colombia are seeing strong growth. KGR is around 15.9%, 16%.
Okay.
And Peru, Chile, the rest of South America grouping. They're all part of this upward trend as well. Just reinforces that this market's expansion is, truly global now.
Touching every continent, pretty much, as biotech capabilities become more accessible everywhere.
Okay, next up, the Middle East. Also showing surprisingly strong momentum, you mentioned.
Yes, really strong. From just over $212 million in 2021.
$212.326 million.
It's projected to reach nearly $1.4 billion by 2033.
$13,388.51 million. And the CAGR there.
Exceptional again. Over 17%, 17.076%. Higher even than Asia-Pacific overall.
Wow. Any particular countries driving that?
It's fascinating, actually. Saudi Arabia stands out. An impressive TGR of nearly 18%, 17.9%.
18%. Incredible.
Yeah, set to jump from around $47.5 million to over $333 million.
Huge growth.
And the UAE isn't far behind, 17.7% CAGR. Qatar, over 17.2%.
So what's happening there? Is it diversification efforts?
That seems to be a big part of it. Strategic investment in advanced biotech, moving into knowledge-based industries like precision medicine, away from just oil.
Makes sense. Advanced diagnostics, too, I imagine.
Exactly. Turkey and Egypt also show strong growth, around 16.7%.
Okay. And finally, let's look at Africa. Starting from a smaller base, you said.
Yes, smaller base, around $141.5 million in 2021.
But still projected growth.
Oh, yes. Projected to reach over $919 million by 2033. Still a healthy CAGR, just over 15%. 15.144%.
Okay. And who's leading within Africa?
Nigeria is leading the continent there, set to grow from almost $110 million
$109.914 million.
at over $707 million. That's a 15% CAGR.
And South Africa.
South Africa contributes notably too, projected to grow from roughly $18 million to over $125 million. About a 15.6% CAGR. And the rest of Africa. Even that rest of Africa segment shows consistent growth, around 15.3% CAGR. It just underscores, again, the universal nature of this market's expansion as healthcare infrastructure and research capabilities develop.
Right. So bringing this all together, what does this mean for you, our listener? I mean, it clearly means the global DNA sequencing product market isn't just growing.
No, it's experiencing really rapid, widespread expansion across every single region we looked at.
Everywhere.
That's right. The report highlights particularly strong momentum, as we saw in Asia-Pacific and the Middle East.
Alongside the established strength in North America.
Exactly. And fundamentally, this growth is fueled by, well, continuous advances in the technology itself.
Making sequencing faster, cheaper.
Right. And that fuels rising demand for genomic solutions across healthcare, agriculture, basic research, you name it.
It really shows how crucial this tech is becoming, doesn't it? Moving from niche science tools
to mainstream applications. Absolutely. It's happening right now.
So when you consider these incredible, sustained growth numbers year after year, it really makes you wonder, doesn't it? What unexpected breakthroughs are just around the corner in health, maybe agriculture, or even entirely new industries we haven't thought of yet, all unlocked by these massive investments in understanding our very building blocks.
It's a profound thought. The potential is just enormous.
It really is.
And just to reiterate, all the figures and the insights we've discussed today, they're directly sourced from that cognitive market research report. They really did provide a comprehensive view. Gives you a real glimpse into the future of this vital industry.